Yeah. I mean, I was really happy with how our team played. I thought, you got the offensive, defensive, and pitching. I thought we did really well in all three of those areas. To put up as many runs as we did over the weekend was fun. I think also our pitchers threw really well. To keep some of those teams down, especially early in the season, you just kind of never know. I thought our pitchers did really well, and when they did put the ball in play, our defense made some really good plays. We had some throwouts from the outfield, and just a lot of stuff that is fun to see what they've been working on in practice kind of carry over into the game.
In all 5 games, they only allowed 5 runs throughout those. I mean, how good does that make you feel about the rest of the season and what these girls are capable of?
Yeah, it just shows me that the hard work that they've been doing is paying off for them. We take a lot of pride in playing good defense. I think if we can own the defensive side of things, then usually our offense or our pitching is gonna get us over the hoop. But I think for the most part, really happy with how we played defensively.
I think my favorite stat of the weekend was to start that first game against Adams State. You get this cycle of home runs. Have you ever had anything like that happen before?
No, that was the first. Yes, yeah, it was a fun game. It was just one of those weird games where balls just kept finding holes, and it's just a strange game that way. I mean, there was balls that just landed in, and some games you'll hit the ball super hard and it goes right to somebody. That was just one of those games where the ball just kept finding holes.
Learned a little more about Simon Fraser, Canada team and everything. Was that kind of different playing them this weekend a couple of times?
Yeah. They really, I thought they played well. I thought it was good for us. Their pitcher threw really well against us. It was a close game. They actually had us down by a run in the middle of the game, which was good for us because you kind of get to see what your team's true character is like sometimes when those things happen, and they responded right away. In the bottom half of that inning, they put up a bunch of runs. So as a coach, you kind of like to be tested, honestly, a little bit, and just see how they're going to respond when things get tough. And I was really happy with their response.
Heidi and Emily essentially picked up right where they left off last year in the circle. What did you like this weekend out of them?
Yeah, I mean, they've been looking really good in the circle. I mean, all of our pitchers looked really good in the circle, and they got a lot of the innings in the preseason when we're not playing the same teams multiple times and stuff like that. But obviously, as the conference season gets here and we start playing teams for a 4th time and stuff, I was really happy that when the other pitchers got in there, they did really well. I thought both Ashley and Kendall threw really, really well when they did get out there. So just our depth at pitching, it's just such a luxury. I think Coach Jay does a really good job with our pitchers, and to see how well they're performing against another team makes me feel good, because we get to hit off them all the time in practice, and it's a challenge for our hitters, so it's a battle every day in practice, but it's fun to see them compete against somebody else.
Do you have a better idea of the starting lineup for the season to come? Obviously, you guys did not start with conference play, but do you have a better idea of what the season is going to look like up to this point?
Not really. I think everybody did really well. That makes it hard as a coach, when everybody's doing well, and that's not a bad thing. That's a good thing. But just the depth that we have, and this might be a year where we do mix things up a little bit more than maybe typically. But we had some kids come in off the bench when we were down. We had a freshman, Cadence, come in off the bench and have a big hit for us, and some of those younger players really stepped up. So I'm excited for the season.
Opening weekend for Schaeffer Park this weekend with some big, important in-region games as well. How excited you guys get back out there at Schaeffer Park?
Yeah, I love playing home. No better place to play than Schaeffer Park. I think our team's playing really good, so I think we're going to get some nice weather, so we're hoping to get a big crowd out there. It'd be fun to play in front of a bunch of people. It makes it fun for our players, and I think we're going to be a fun team to watch. So if people are sitting around on the weekend, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, come on out and watch some good softball.